So, my first 20 days of living full-time in a tent. Do I survive? Does the weather get the better of me? A new chapter of tent life.
Happy life. The sunrise breaking through my window, chasing shadows from the night. Coffee warming up my heartbeat. Yeah, the day is feeling bright. I was searching for the meaning, trying hard to find my place, but the happiness I wanted was standing right here in my space. So I'm learning how to slow it down, feel the world around me now. If tomorrow isn't promised, then let's start living out loud. Happy life, happy life. Let it shine, let it light the sky. Happy life, happy life. We got love and we're feeling alive. Happy life, happy life, happy life, happy life.
So it's my first night camping in Oxfordshire, being back in the UK. After staying with my son for a couple of weeks, I am now all set up and ready for another chapter. So let me show you around. So this is the view from my tent. Sun's just gone down. I just lit the fire pit, and here we are. My little home away from home. So I have not got a lot in here at the moment. That's my bedroom. That will be my bathroom area. I've got my paddleboard and my clothes, which I need to sort out. I've only just been here a few hours, so. But yeah, it's cozy. It's not cold. And yeah, look at that view. Okay, so my second night sleeping in the tent. I have no electric, but it's okay. I have everything I need. Got my fire pit outside, my hot water bottle, and tomorrow I have to get up at 4:30. I'm working, things will be better. So don't ever give up, you know. You might think that it's the end of the world, but it never is. There's always a new opportunity just around the corner. Okay guys, so living in the tent is fine, but it's a windy day. And the tent is blowing everywhere. Easter Sunday, guys. Beautiful evening, that sunset. Living in a tent can't be that bad, can it? Not when you've got the fire, you've got the sunshine, and you've got peace and quiet. Happy Easter, everyone. So doing dishes. So we're in the middle of the field. Sorry. And we have a bucket. We have hot water. Oh, hot. Which is good. You want it hot. Maybe not that hot. Maybe I'll get some cold water. A bit too hot. Steaming. And add some cold water. So I don't burn my hands. Okay. That's better. like I said, it's not hard. You have a fire, you have the sun, but you know, you don't have to have a dishwasher or a sink or even plumbing. As long as you have a fire and a kettle, you can boil your water, you can be hygienic and clean and make sure everything is as it should be, as much as you would in a house. Meal, baked beans on toast. Can't do much better than that when you're camping, can you? So I've just asked Siri what temperature it is outside tonight, and they said it's 7. And I'm not joking. Like, I've been in minus temperatures in Germany the last 6 months, and I'm gonna say it's nearer like 4. My feet are frozen. My kettle, this is about the 4th time I'm about to shake the gas bottle, is not boiling. It's so cold. The poor old gas is freezing. So all we have to do is to turn it off. You have to take out the gas bottle. You have to shake the gas bottle. And then put it back. Switch it on and voila, we have gas. Let's give it a few minutes. Once that gas starts leaving the bottle and getting cold, it just disappears. So one of the joys of living in a tent and trying to make a cup of tea is it might take you a little while. You might have to just keep shaking that bottle. But we put one in the bed and hopefully it'll be enough for the morning. But yeah, when it's warm, it's fine. But when it's cold, expect to take a while for your kettle to boil. I've got my hot water bottle. I've got my quilt. My blanket that my grandkids bought me. And a sleeping bag, which is waterproof just in case it rains. Because it rained yesterday and it got wet in here. So, yeah. So off to sleep now. Work in the morning at 4:30. So I'll see you then. Got the fire. Got the stars. I've got my new hoodie. Nothing better than a fleece. I'd gone to the pub earlier to do some work on the laptop, use the internet, the electric, and it got busy. It got really busy. And I come to the conclusion that I really don't like being among too many people now. I don't know if it's my age or just I've been living out in the country for a little while, but it was noisy and I got very stressed. I tried putting my headphones on, but that didn't help. It just made it even worse. I was trying to read a book that I've been writing. But yeah, this is what I like. The fire, the quiet, not with a busy pub. And I used to run a pub, so I used to love that. And I think this sort of lifestyle, this simple lifestyle, that's the key. Is wanting to be close to nature, wanting to hear the birds in the morning and the changes of the seasons. You know, if you want this kind of lifestyle, you need to be able to put up with the cold and the wet and the rain, especially in the UK. But more than that, you need to be able to be in tune with nature and embrace it and enjoy it. So we've been in the tent for 20 days, and yeah, I borrowed a table bench off my son, a little kitchen stand from his camping stuff, just so it's a bit more comfortable, because to be honest, I'm kind of sick of trying to make food and being on my laptop and having to sit on my bed or chop on the floor with the plate, because let me show you. So that's my little kitchen area, excuse the dishes, and the little table that I use to like sit on the floor and chop with, and yeah, my bed, my laptop. That normally goes on the table, but I've had it there for making a cup of tea in bed this morning because I have no work. And as you can see, my clothes are just piled on the floor. So the plan today would be get the table in. I bought some plastic boxes for the clothes to be put in case they get wet. We had a little leak in the corner, so we're gonna have to buy a tarp and yeah, just make it a little bit more practical and a little bit more functional. So 20 days in, so far so good. I will tell you more about it once we've got organised. As you can see, it's a little bit windy today, so we've done the table. Massive difference. It's a bit of a mess still, but it will be organised. Make a massive difference to my lifestyle, just to be able to have somewhere to prep, somewhere to sit and do my computer work, and somewhere to sit and eat my food. And yeah, I'm very grateful to my son and his wife for loaning me these bits from their camping kit. Buy anything, because as you all know, I'm saving for a van, and I have most of my other camping stuff, tables, chairs, etc., all over in Germany. So here goes, let's put the kitchen together. Okay, so I have a new kitchen. I have no electric here, so at the moment most of my power is on this little charger. But my fridge, it needs a plug. It needs electric. I do every other day take it up to a power point anyway, and charge it up, give it a good freeze so everything stays nice and cool. But I've noticed tonight a little bit of softness in some of the vegetables, so we're going to have to get this power point sorted out as soon as possible. Charge up solar panel like this one, so if anyone wants to sponsor me to get one, it would be greatly appreciated. But yeah, that's my kitchen area, and we now have nice bedroom area and the table. It's raining, so there's no way of putting the fire out. So my little office area, I can do my computer work, read my books, do my writing, and then that's where my paddleboard and all my bags are. So we have a little washing area. And so we've been in the tent now for a couple of weeks, and yeah, it was, the first few weeks was difficult. The wind was blowing a gale. We've had some rain. We had some wind again today, as you saw earlier. But yeah, unfortunately it's raining tonight, so no fire pit. unless it eases off, and then I might go and put one on because it's a bit chilly. But one thing I recommend, a good fleece. You can't go wrong if you've got a good fleece and a hot water bowl. Those are two things that you must have if you're in a tent and it's not quite summer and it's a little bit chilly. It's definitely a challenge. Do you know what? I'd rather be here than renting some posh little studio for £1,000 a month, and with all mod cons. I'm saving the money to get something that I want for me, which is my van. See below for my GoFundMe. Please donate if you feel free to. But yeah, it's kind of liberating a little bit. I don't really have any ties. If you're thinking about doing van life, car living, even living in a tent, it does have its benefits and its rewards. Most nights I sit outside with the fire pit going, listening to the birds as they're saying goodnight, looking at the stars, because it's so beautiful here. It's so clear. There's not really any light pollution, so I get to see most of the stars, and I will try at some point to get that captured for you. But yeah, cooking is now so much easier. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still like cooking on the fire pit if it's going, but tonight I can't do it, so I now have a kitchen area that I can utilise without having to sit on the floor to chop food. So we've chopped some vegetables, we've got a salad, some wraps, and on our nice new kitchen we've got some pork. Now I don't eat meat all the time, but I do like a little bit of meat in the week. Okay, got food and it's all stored away. It's so much better. This has just been a game changer. And but yeah, I've got my computer on, doing some work, have a nice glass of wine, and it just feels a bit more like a home than just kind of living in a tent. So my first 20 days of living in a tent, being realistic and being totally honest, at first it was quite difficult. Downside of living in a tent is the weather, and when it's windy or if it's raining, that kind of spoils it a little bit. A day like today, as you can see, it's a bit overcast, but it's been nice today. It's not been too windy, it's not rained. That's probably the biggest downside, is the weather, especially in the UK. It's unpredictable. You never know from like day to day, hour to hour, what you're going to have to cope with. But apart from that, to be honest, I mean, I still need a van. I think a van for me, because I'm a contractor, I know that there could be about another 6 to 8 weeks and I could be having to move to a different area where I might not find somewhere to pitch my tent. The other thing is, like, the tent's not brilliant. It leaks, so my mattresses got wet. I've been in that situation before when I was in Germany in the tent, and my mattress got damp and I got quite sick. So I'm taking as many precautions as I possibly can this time to make sure that doesn't happen again. And someone asked me, like, how do you wash? How do you go to the toilet? Well, I have a little compost toilet, which is brilliant. They don't smell, it's fine. Washing, I have a bowl and I have a flannel and soap, and I have a strip wash every day, and I go to my son's as often as I possibly can with work in between, and shower and wash my hair there. So I'm very lucky in that respect. Not everyone has that option, but if I didn't have that option, I'd join a gym and use their shower. There's always ways around it. There's always a positive, always. And this has kind of made me realise, after losing my job in Germany and being asked very politely to leave within 2 weeks, and if you want to see my journey in Germany, please subscribe. I am posting my caravan conversions there. It's a year ago now. I didn't have time, or didn't even realise I wanted to do this at that point. But at the moment I'm living this new chapter, which was not planned. Most of my chapters are planned, given a lot of thought and a lot of thinking, but this one was kind of thrust upon me. So if you're on this sort of position where you're found yourself without a permanent address, or been made redundant through no fault of your own, then please make a comment down below. Please subscribe. Follow me on this new chapter. Another one that this one I didn't plan. So even I don't know where I'm going. But you always have to find the positive in the negative. And remember, adventure has no age limit.